What's going on, guys? Your boy Mason. We're back with another video, and in today's video, guys, me going over why you guys want to be saving for the upcoming Global Annie Fest that will be at the end of February, beginning of March. Let's talk about it in this video, guys, and why you guys might want to be saving your gems from now on after finishing your summons on Melee and be saving for these characters, man. Let's talk about it in this video. Before we actually hop into the video, make sure to subscribe to your boy Amazing. We are on the road to the 50,000 subscribers, guys. We're at the 41,700 subscribers, man. Absolutely insane, guys. We are closing in on that 42k, man, and then another 8k away from that 50. So if you guys haven't hit that sub button already, definitely make sure to. And with that out of the way, let's hop in and let's discuss the Global Annie Fest and why you guys definitely want to be saving. Alright, guys, so I made this video last year. I'll put the thumbnail on the screen, but I made this video last year discussing who the Global Annie Fest could be and also like why you guys want to be saving for that character. Now, we don't really know what the character is exactly going to be yet. I do have a sneaking suspicion on who the character could be, and we'll kind of talk about who the options are, but let's kind of talk about the reason why you want to save for it. Alright, guys, so this was last year's Global Annie Festival character. For you guys that don't know, it says right here, the 3rd anniversary Origin of the Sun Festival draw, the 4 Archangels Mile of Sunshine. Guys, remember how good Mael was last year? This character was absolutely insane, and guess what? Till this day, he is still one of the best characters in the game and on the Goddess team right now for the strongest Goddess team in PvP. So this character released last year, and he was the Global Annie slot. For you guys wondering the date this released, this was on February 22nd of 2023. So we are not necessarily like closing in on it yet, but this is going to be in about a month and a half from now. And so that's the next festival that you guys definitely want to be saving, just because we know this is going to be a very strong character. Last year we did get Mael, guys. This was the first light character that wasn't a New Year's or November festival at the time, and so it was kind of like a shocker to us, right? We didn't expect Mael to be a light attribute character, but he did release, and he was very broken. As you guys can see, like, his kit was absolutely insane. If you actually look at his banner here, his banner wasn't too crazy. I know a lot of people actually did skip because of the banner itself, but remember, the character himself was super insane. And another thing to talk about for Global Annie Fest is that Mael did not rerun till November festival, guys. This character was not on a banner for about, I think it was like 7-8 months. Yeah, no, like, he wasn't on a banner from the Global Annie Festival, which was end of February, and he finally came back at the end of November. So he came out within the first 2 months of 2023, and the only time that he reran so far in the game as well is only one time, and was in November Festival of last year. So it was the November 2023. So this character, Mael, very, very good character, and this was his banner last year, guys. It wasn't like a super insane banner, right? I mean, look at the characters on the filler here. You know, for the festival lineup, it was Festival Zelda, Margaret, Cusack, you know, Esterosa, Elizabeth, right? Nothing too crazy. And then even for like the filler here too, like, not a lot of these characters are still like super insane. I mean, you know, the only ones that are being used right now are like, you know, Demon Cusack, maybe like Tarmiel, you know, like Red Molasses is pretty decent, you know, Red Goat is still pretty good, but like, yeah, no, in general though, like, none of this filler was like super insane, right? So a lot of these characters kind of fell off nowadays if we were to get a banner like this, but I definitely do think that this year we would get an updated, you know, type of banner. The year prior though, we did get Queen Diane, guys. So she was the 2nd anniversary for Global. If you actually go to the pity here, you know, you can see here Queen Diane. You also had an option at any of the other characters as well. So that was definitely another plus about the banner. You had a chance of getting Chad King. You could get Purgatory Bond, you know, the one Escanor. Like, at the time, this was pretty good, right? And then even with the filler on the banner, it did have some or not Archangels, but it did have some commandment characters. It did have Green Sariel on the banner too. You know, like some of the, like, you know, Ragnarok characters like Megelda, you know, Brunhild. So like it actually wasn't like too bad of a banner, even when Queen Diane came out, and even now, like, think about Queen Diane's viability now, guys, right? Like, these two characters, Mael and Queen Diane, are both two characters that released for Global Annie and are still relevant to this day. I mean, look at Queen Diane in PvE content. You guys have seen I've done Nidhogg with Queen Diane. She was very, very good, and still to this day is great, even after getting a relic. And then Mael is still a character that you definitely, you know, don't want to miss out on him, and he could be rerunning with this upcoming, you know, Global Annie Fest as well. I mean, that's definitely an option, right? Depending on how it goes. So these are the two banners we had in the past, guys. In terms of like the actual past banner time slots for when they release, so this is based on JP release schedule. So like end of February for JP, pretty much the end of February for Global 2, right? Because if you actually look at the day here, it was the 27th of February we did get it. But yeah, Mael was the 2023 February 23rd for JP, and then Diane, if you actually go back another year, was the 24th of February. So I think on 2024, it's either going to be the same day as the 24th of February, so it's going to be back to that time slot, or it's still going to be maybe the 23rd. But regardless, we're going to be getting these, you know, Global Annie Annie Fest in about a month and a half from now, guys. And that's not, honestly, that's not a lot of time to, you know, kind of save your gem. The thing is with the Global Annie Fest is that, as I explained, these characters don't fall off. They're both very good. Queen Diane is still really good to this day. Mile is still really good, right? The banners are the things that I think turn people off the most about these Global Annie Fests. But the problem is with the Global Annie Fest is that they don't rerun often either, right? Like, look at the times these characters have rerun. Mile has only rerun once, guys. He only reran during November of last year, right? And he still wasn't even on the New Year's banner, right? I thought he could maybe be on that banner too, but he wasn't. So Mile is a character that's still desirable to this day. And so because if we know that Mile is going to be super desirable, the character they release for Global Annie is still going to be an insane character. So yeah, that's kind of like my thought process right now for that. Now for who the character could be though, I do have a few ideas though, guys. Like if we go to the story right now, I haven't actually done the story on my main account yet, but we're on the last chapter of the fight with the Demon King. Like this is literally it, guys. In this actual chapter right here, we actually do fight the Demon King, and we get to the very end where, you know, after the Demon King is completely resolved, we actually do see Arthur take a little bit of Chaos energy, you know. So that's something that we could definitely expect. Maybe a Chaos Arthur release for, you know, the Global Annie Festival. Now would it guaranteed be Arthur? You know, we'll have to see. It's definitely a possibility, but there is also another possibility of it being a Catastrophe character or a Ragnarok character. You know, we have gotten Hel already as a festival in the game. She was on the September slot, which was a download celebration festival, but it's still possible that we could get maybe a Catastrophe or a Ragnarok festival like Queen Hel. Like it's definitely possible, and they've kind of already like given us the ideas that they're really focused on their original characters right now, man. So if they want to go with like a festival, you know, Ragnarok character like a Thor or something, or if they go to Catastrophes and we actually get Sabnok the character and maybe she's a festival, they definitely have the options. Another reason as well, guys, that I do think it could be maybe Chaos Arthur instead of the OCs actually for this festival is because of the time frame that they kind of explained for 4 nights in the dev notes. Alright, so right here, guys, they actually do mention in the dev note that to minimize the void and story updates, we have unavoidably revised the plan for the 7 Deadly Sins final chapter update, which will be separated and released within the first half of the year. So they're pretty much confirming that we're going to be getting the end of the 7 Deadly Sins before the JP anniversary, right? We have to be getting Chaos Arthur as a festival if we get one, right? You know, it's possible we don't even get a Chaos Arthur festival and he's just like a 600 banner unit, which, you know, I don't think would be that great, honestly. But they're pretty much saying though that they're going to be wrapping up the story and they have to get it out in the first half of the year. If they're saying that they're going to be doing the 7 Deadly Sins chapter but within the first half of the year, that means we're going to be getting 4 nights probably around JP Annie and continuing past then, right? So, you know, kind of what they're saying there. And right here it says that initially our plan was to conclude the 7 Deadly Sins story by updating the New Year's festival to run a new story of 4 nights from early 2024, which many nights we're looking forward to. But yeah, no, they said to a satisfactory result, the overall preparation took longer than expected. So they're pretty much saying that they wanted to start 2024 with 4 nights, but because they have to delay it a little bit, that means that it would actually make a lot of sense now if Global Annie is Arthur, so that they could drop him finally, and then right when JP Annie's around, you know, around that time frame, when JP Annie, which is around beginning of, no, is it? It's end of May, beginning of June. Yeah. So end of May, beginning of June, that time slot, they'll probably have like a 4-Koa character release to kind of hype up the new 4-Koa, you know, anime, right? So that's definitely a way they could go about it. And I think that Arthur would make the most sense now, actually, from reading this dev note. I think Arthur makes the most sense, because if they're going to be releasing the final chapter update, which will be separated and released within the first half of the year, that means we have to either, if not get a Festival Arthur, then we have to get like some type of, you know, Chaos Arthur release, right? You know, they're gonna have it in the actual game, you know, they're gonna have these animations and all that. So I definitely do think that because of this dev note right here, it's very likely we'll probably be getting Chaos Arthur for this global anniversary, guys. Alright, guys, so that pretty much covers the global anniversary and what character it could be, and also why you guys want to be saving your gems. Remember that these characters that did release from the previous years, guys, were super broken. Mile and Queen Diane are really good testaments to that, and I definitely think that you guys should be saving your gems, man. Definitely a character that's gonna be looking we're gonna be looking forward to for sure, and we are coming up on that time slot, man, for sure. So definitely something very important for you guys. So I just want to let you guys know about the Global Annie. I hope you guys do enjoy the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as always. If you guys want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comment section below, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace out and have a great rest of your day, guys. See you later, man.